got into the gist. Don't know, but not anymore. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, I'm Sinazo. Nice to meet you and welcome. So as you've seen by the title of this video, I am going to be doing my first time tags. Before I get into this video, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn those bell notifications on so that you know every time I post. And without wasting any time, let's go straight into the video. So I'm going to be answering, like, maybe I'm gonna be answering 20 questions, and the first question is, what is the first app I checked when I woke up this morning? And the first app was YouTube. The first thing I do, I just go to YouTube. And the second question, who is the first person I talked to today? And the first person I talked to was my mom. And the third question is, what was my first Instagram post and when was it? So it was actually last year, and I'll insert a picture right here. So yeah, that is the first post I made on Instagram. The fourth question is, what was my first YouTube video? And it was me doing a get to know me tag, and it was last year on the 12th of November. Get to know me tag, it's fine, it's there. Make sure you go watch it if you want to. The fifth question is, who was the first YouTuber I subscribed to? And it was Lauren and Steph. Sixth question is, when was the first time I cooked? So I started cooking like when I was in grade 3 or something, when I cooked when I fried eggs, those little things, sausages, and yeah. But I started cooking like a full meal for a family, like everybody depending on me to eat, was when I was in grade 5, I think. Yeah. My first phone. So I got my first phone in grade 3. I don't know if I want to say so, because it was a Motorola, and that phone, it was the first and the last time I saw it. It was not working, so I'm not gonna say that was my first phone, but it was the phone. But my first working phone, it was when I was in grade 5. It was grade 4 or 5. It was a BlackBerry. Yes. My first time sleeping alone in my own room. So I included this one because I don't know, the first time I slept alone in my own room was last year, because I have always been afraid of sleeping alone, and also because I don't know, I just wanted to sleep with somebody in my room, whether it was my sister or even just a baby, as long as there's somebody. So the first time I slept alone was last year, because my sister had to go to school in another town, and I had to live in another town, because my sister was not there. Not that I was dependent on her, but she was not there for me to sleep with. She was in school and I was at home, in my home, and then they were in another town where she goes to school, and I kind of didn't have a choice, so I was like forced or something to sleep alone. I don't know, it was last year. And when was my first best friend, or who was my first best friend? My first best friend was I got my first best friend in grade 3, and when I came in school late, like maybe in March or February, and my teacher allocated me to this person who was my best friend, and she said that this would be a friend, or that I'm giving you this to be your friend or something like that. And we just took it from there, and we became best friends. And yeah, when was the first time that I traveled alone? The first time was like in 2018, when I was go. It was a 45 minutes drive. Yeah, I never traveled alone before then. I always like had somebody. Even when I travel long distances, I had maybe mostly my sister. We used to go to places together if my mom was not there, but most of the times my mom was always there. So the first time I traveled alone was in 2018, but it was like 45 minutes to 1 hour drive. And the first time like I traveled a long distance alone was last year, 2021. So yeah, the first swear word I used was "futek," and I don't swear anymore, or I don't swear at all, because we just don't swear at home. My grandma doesn't want anybody swearing, so that kind of like influenced me to not swear. Yeah, so I don't swear, but my first swear word was "futek," if that's a swear word, by the way. I don't know. My first time failing a test. Oh, I remember very well. It was in grade 3. It was it's a Xhosa test, spelling, because, and I got, okay, before I say my marks, grade R1 2, I was in a school where they did like English, not Afrikaans. And Afrikaans, I don't know, I don't remember. But yeah, so there was no Xhosa. And then in grade 3, I transferred to my mother's home, or whatever, my grandma's house. And I had to go to a school where Xhosa was being taught. And the first test was spelling test. And I got a nice, warm, welcoming 0 in a test. So yeah, it is fine now. I got better and better and better, and I'm good. But the first test was in grade 3. It was a spelling test, and I got 0 out of out of 0% to out of 100%. I don't remember the marks, but it was 0. Maybe it was 0 out of 25 or 20 or 15 or 10. You know those junior marks, but it was a 0. My first piercing, and when I got it, my first piercing was my ears, and I got them in like 2007 or 8, and it was my ears. But um the same year, I lost, while I was sleeping, I lost my earring, and when I woke up, or days after, my ear closed. And then the other one did not close up until I was in grade 11, and then it closed. And then when I was in grade 12, I went to the chemist to re-pierce my ears. You can see like um the other hole, it's not opened, but yeah, this is the one that closed in grade 11, and this one you cannot even see, the one that closed long time ago. So yeah, that was my first piercing, but I do want to have minimal piercings, but that is a story for another day, or that is something for another day. Yeah. The next question is, who was my first celebrity crush? And it was I don't remember who, but between Justin Bieber and Troy from High School Musical or Zac Efron. Yeah, I think it was Justin Bieber, my first crush. Or Troy? Oh, was Zac Efron? I don't know between the two, but whichever it was, if it was Justin Bieber, I was like obsessed with his song. As long as you love me, love me. And then that one that says, baby, baby, yeah. If it was him, and if it was Zac Efron, I remember watching High School Musical 1,000 times. Oh my god, yeah. So between the two, one was my first ever celebrity crush. When was my first fight? Physical one, because I don't like talking too much, or I cannot talk too much, or I cannot talk at all. I don't know, something with talking that just doesn't goes with me. But my first physical fight was in grade 3. Oh my god. And I was fighting with a boy over I think the boy smacked my ass, my bottom, and I was angry at him, and then I slapped him or something, and then I slapped him again, so that the second one made him angry, and then we we got into the gist, and then I shot my fist, and I fight, but I lost. Mm, I went home with a little he he shot me flames, guys, but not that much because I shot him flames too. I'm positive. Yeah. So yeah, my first fight was in grade 3 over a guy making my ass. Who was my first crush? My first crush was in grade 3 also. This grade 3 ish. So one time we had to was taught things about females and males, and weddings and everything like that, like even in dogs. Ish, I remember like it was a gender thing that we were taught, and my teacher was trying to make us understand something, and then she said that all the males in the class, or yeah, all the boys should go up to the girls they want to marry when they grow up or something. And then this boy came to me, and he was just gonna hold my hand, and then we move around the class or something like that. And then after that, I just I don't know, I guess I saw the vision of me marrying him or something like that. So that tend to being a little crush or something. I don't know, but not anymore. When was my first hickey and who did it? So I got my first hickey when I was in grade 8 or 9, and guess who did it? It was myself. I It was when I was getting like some boobies, and I just sort of like raised it, and I did a hickey on myself. Yeah, but it was not like in my book because they were small back then. It was like somewhere here, but the first person was myself, and I gave myself a hickey for the first time. I saw how it was done or somebody told me how it was done, and I wanted to try it out on myself. So yeah, I was the first person to give myself a hickey. And then when was my first kiss? My first kiss was in grade 8. I had my first kiss in grade 8 with my boyfriend at the time. Yeah. Or my ex. How was it? It was pretty good and not disgusting. Yeah. Grade 8 with my boyfriend. Not disgusting. With my ex. When did I get my first boyfriend and why did we break up? So my first boyfriend was in grade 8 around March. He, and I met him on WhatsApp. We had like these groups where maybe your schoolmate or somebody that has your number puts you in that group, and I don't even know what was happening in those groups, but I met him in one of those groups, and then we sort of like, there were many other boys that I met there in those groups. Those groups are so many guys, and I was talking to many of them, and I was talking to him as well, not as much as others, but I don't know what made him and I be a thing. So we talked there, not for maybe for a week, and then on a Friday I went to see him and we kissed, and then oh, that was my first kiss. And then I got home and we met in the first time we met was in town. The first time we met was in town, and that is where and when I kissed him. And yeah, the reason we broke up was that a week later after I saw him, my friend slash desk mate told me that she was seeing somebody. And bear in mind, I was when I get home from school, I didn't have to go to town. I just like and then there's home. And then my friend was using a transport, and then she had to go into the town, and that this boy was in another school, so that's how they met. And then she told me like, I was seeing someone, and then I said like, oh my gosh, show me and stuff. And then she told me his name, and I was like, oh my god, that's the same name my boyfriend does have. And I was like, show me the picture. And then I saw that it was the person that I saw, you know, that I saw, or that I saw that it is the same person that my boyfriend is. Like, what the heck? So, and I was so cool about it. Who he was, so cool about it. And I told her that, oh my god, you can have him. I don't like him that much. And I saw that she really liked him. I didn't. So that's how we didn't meet up or talked on WhatsApp like that. We are breaking up. I just ghosted him and gave him to my friend. So that is how we broke up. But there was no heartbreaking involved. Yeah, it was some mature stuff. Yeah, I don't remember his name nor his face, but yeah, that is how it went. And then the last question is my first period. So I got my first period when I was in grade 7, and I got it on exactly my I was away from home. I was in my auntie's house in Johannesburg, and it was my birthday I was so excited because I know that she celebrates birthdays and I do too. I am so like into them. And then I woke up being happy and stuff. And then the first thing I do, I just go to the bathroom every time I wake up until this day, whether it's to brush my teeth or to pee or to just look at myself in the mirror. The first thing I do, I go straight into the bathroom. So I went there, and that time I wanted to pee, and then I saw it, and then I didn't even use a tissue or whatever. I just thought, I didn't know what I thought it was. I just left it, and I just wear my panty and continued with the day. And then we had to wash. I I it was there was more, and I didn't know what to do. Still, I just took my washed and took new panties, like clean ones, and then wore them. No pad, no what. And I was wearing my dress. I love that dress so much. It was pink and it had like butterfly thingies. And yeah, so I was sitting down, celebrating my birthday. And yeah, and that is how, what was I saying? Yeah, I was sitting down and my cousin, when I stood up, my cousin saw me, and she wasn't really sweet about it. She was angry at me that I was hiding it. I mean, what was I supposed to do? And yeah, that is how. And then she went straight to my aunt, and then she told her. And I was so mad and embarrassed. But it was better because it happened like at home, not at school. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So she stopped because I stained my dress. Yeah. Yeah. That is how my first one was. I kind of wish that it happened with my mom in the present. I don't know why, but yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit those notification bells so that you know every time I post a video. And I will see you soon. I love you. Bye.